Well, Rhian, here we go. It feels like the moment we've all been waiting for. Preparations for a major tournament are underway. Just what's it been like prepping for this campaign, and has it felt different at all to previous ones?
Well, I haven't had a press conference in a castle with Canadian geese flying in the background. It feels
that was perfect timing there.
Yeah. No, I think in that way we're doing our best to make sure that it feels like a process. I think for the players as well that we're obviously excited. I don't think we can get away from that. We've got incredible League A opposition coming up for the next few months and then into the Euros. So it is different, but in every other way, we keep to our agenda, keep to our schedule, keep to our processes. I think it helps us as a staff, but equally for the players, that this is about improving. It's about us first, and we want to make sure that we make the most of every opportunity we get.
It feels like just yesterday we were all out in Dublin celebrating. What have the past couple of months or 3 months been like in terms of the preparations, working with everyone at the FAW, and just how excited is everyone for what's to come this summer?
Yeah, I think we were already working really hard behind the scenes even before qualification to make sure that once we did qualify, we wouldn't be behind at all. And I think a huge thank you from me to the amazing staff behind the scenes who really don't get the plaudits they deserve and the work that they've done. We essentially hit the ground running as soon as we qualified. The staff and I broke down the game. We looked at the areas of improvement. We obviously highlighted the areas that were difference makers for us, our defensive resilience, our resoluteness as a team. Our team first mentality is what got us over the line against an Ireland team that was equal to us in almost every way, and it could have gone either way. We know that, but it was a team performance that got us over the line, and that's something we can't lose as we go into League A.
A really exciting campaign to come, Rhian, against top opposition. In terms of the squad, you've chosen really good news, Elise, Esther coming back into the fold. Just how much of a boost will it be to have those two back?
Yeah, I think it's demonstrating as well the depth of the player pool that we have now, that players can come in and out. It's not a guarantee call up, which I think is important. National teams should never be a guarantee. It should never be taken for granted, which I don't think it has been. These players have worked really hard to come back from injury. Esther's moved to a new club to try and give herself minutes and opportunity. So we have, unfortunately, Rachel Rowe out with injury, so what a great opportunity to bring someone else back in for me to make sure that I'm getting eyes across as many players as possible.
One person we'll all be keeping eyes on over these next two games, Hayley Ladd, on 99 caps as things stand. We're all expecting for her to reach the magic 100 number, but just a word on Hayley, what she's done for Wales, wearing that shirt, and your experiences of working with her.
Yeah, I think it should be celebrated. 100 caps is an amazing achievement, and one that only gets harder because of the commitments from club and the time constraints and the challenge of just always being healthy for camps. So really a special time for her. I think we can pretty much guess that she'll get her 100th cap bar some sort of event. But I think for someone who quietly goes about her business, who always shows up for her team, who always delivers the best possible performance for her country, it should be celebrated, and I hope she enjoys very much these moments in the next few days.
And from one end of the spectrum to the other, Scarlett Hill, a new exciting youngster from Man United, has been called up. When you think of her, when you think of Mara Griffiths, of course, made her debut for Man U's senior team just a few days ago as well. Tell us a bit about the youngsters that you've got coming through and how excited, I guess, the fans should be of the talent that we've got. Yeah,
we've got people at the FAW, Beth and Willie comes to mind, Lowry Roberts, who's here before, who've really put a lot of work into our grassroots and building the participation numbers, and we're starting to see some of that come to fruition. Our pathway work, making sure that players that have family, that we're aware of them, that we give them opportunities, and if they're interested in Wales, to make sure that we're watching them and seeing if they're ready to come in. I think it's exciting, but also telling of where we are as a country, that these young players are coming through and playing for big teams, but also delivering for big teams. So I think this is a really great and healthy sign for Welsh football.
The challenge of League A awaits Denmark, Sweden and Italy. So what would you say is the priority for this campaign, of course with one eye on Switzerland in the summer?
the priority for this campaign is Wales. Our opposition all will give us really tough challenges. We know that. We know if you look at rankings where we sit and the monumental task ahead of us. But if we break it down, it's about what we do. It's about how we play against top players and teams. It's about our courage to learn hard lessons and to get back up and go for it again. And that is as a player group, but equally as a staff. What can we do in these next 6 months to prepare us for the Euros as best as possible? And it's something I'm really looking forward to.
What excites you the most about this upcoming campaign?
I think I talked about when Wales qualified for the Euros, that part of that achievement was proving to the players that they are good enough. What excites me most about the next 6 games is a lot of these players will play against our known names worldwide. They've been on the top stage, and for my players to play against them and realize that they are just as good, that they haven't had all the same opportunities or experiences, but they've earned the right to share a field with those players, and that's an exciting moment for me to witness.
Rhian, diolch yn fawr.
Yeah.